Hello students, today we are going to take and learn Unit 2nd in 12th Standard English. The title is Lost Spring, written by Anis Jung. Here there is the depiction of the two characters, and in the first part we will discuss Saheb-e-Alam, who was a rag picker. Actually, the title itself, Lost Spring, means to lose the charms of the life. There is always an autumn season in the life. It means lost spring. Here, the story Lost Spring describes the pitiable condition of poor children who have been forced to miss the joy of the childhood due to socio-economic condition that was prevailing in this man-made world. This story is also depicting the dolorous condition of the third type of the poor children who are living in the dire condition because only the misery is a part of their life, and these children are denied the opportunity of schooling and forced into labor early in life. So, such type of the poor condition, dire condition, is depicted in the form of a character Saheb-e-Alam, who was a rag picker. Anis Jung gives the voice to eliminate child labor by educating the children and to enforce the laws against child labor by the government strictly. Actually, Anis Jung, 1964, who was born in Roorkela and spent her childhood and adolescence in Hyderabad. She received her education in Hyderabad and in the United States of America. She also inherits the literary tradition from her parents, who were both writers. Anis Jung begins her career as a writer in India. She has been the editor of the Youth Times and a columnist for major newspaper in India and abroad. She is the author of the several books including Unveiling India and Night of the title Lost Spring, Stories of the Stolen Childhood. Here the analysis by given her the grinding poverty and the tradition in which these people are living a life of an exploitation. These children are denied the opportunity of schooling and forced into labor early in their life. The plight of these street children is portrayed beautifully. Now we will go for summary of this one. Summary. Sometimes I find a rupee in garbage. What a title. Sometimes. It is not very often, only sometimes, only a rupee. That is also to be found in the garbage. What a pity, what a climax, what a dolorous condition. Because here the author comes across Saheb every morning. Saheb left his home in Dhaka. So again, for the MCQ purpose, Saheb was from Dhaka and he left his home long times ago. He is trying to sponge gold in the heaps of garbage. So which type of the business, what type of the activity was doing? To sponge gold in the heaps of the garbage in the neighborhood. The author asks Saheb why he does that. Saheb mutters that he has nothing else to do because there is no school in his neighborhood and he is poor and works barefooted. So barefooted is the climax of the poverty we can see in which he is living the life. Approximately 10,000 other shoeless rag pickers like Saheb were there. they lived in Simapuri. Again, for the MCQ purpose, where they live, they were living in Simapuri on the outer edge of Delhi. Again, they were living in Simapuri on the outer edge of Delhi. In structure of mud. Which type of the house is? Only a structure, and it is also made of mud with the roof of tins and tarpaulin means it is a big sheet which is made of the waterproof material but devoid of sewage. Obviously there will be no sewage, air drainage system or running water system. They are squatters. Squatters means the people who are living illegally. The people who are living illegally from the other country. And here the Sahib who came from Bangladesh back in 1971. They have lived here for more than 30 years without identity card or permit. They have right to vote. With ration card they get grains. Food is more important for survival than identity. Wherever they find food, they pitch their tents that become transit homes. Children grow up the years in rag picking because rag picking has acquired the proportion of fine art. Garbage to them is gold because there is nothing to do for them. So whatever the rag picking, it was a big opportunity for them for the survival. It is the theory of the survival of an existence, Darwin's theory. It is their daily bread and a roof over their heads. Sometimes Sahib finds a rupee or even a 10 rupee note in the garbage heap. Definitely, it was a big amount for them. And then there is a hope of finding more. Garbage has meaning different from what it means to their parents. For children, it is wrapped in wonder. For the elders, it is a means of survival. One winter morning, the author finds Sahib standing by the fenced gate of a neighborhood club. He is watching two young men playing tennis. So such type of the sports was mirage for such children who are just in the business of just rag picking. So it is really a very tough and it is a mirage to play the tennis. But such type of the dream they will have to just make in the night or also in the daytime. They are dressed in white. Sahib likes game, but he is content to watch it standing behind the fence. Sahib is wearing discarded tennis shoes that look strange over his discolored shirt and sword. So again, which type of the shoes? He had worn discarded tennis shoes. For one who has walked barefoot, even shoes with a hole is a dream come true. But tennis is out of his reach, and that morning Sahib is on his way to the milk booth because the writer has engaged him in a shop of the milk booth. In his hand there was a steel canister, means steel vessel, container. He works in a tea stall. He is paid 800 rupees and all his meals. Sahib is no longer his master because during the time of the rag picking he was his master. Now he is a slave. His face has lost the carefree look. He doesn't seem happy working at the tea stall. So such type of the dolorous condition had been depicted because the job has been taken his freedom. What a pity, what a dolorous condition of our children.